Hey! Hi, everybody. I'm working on an iPad this week, so nothing is working properly. So, well, not that it ever works properly anyway, but hey, we're here. In the description of the episode, it says that it's 67. It's not 67, it's 68. 67 was last week. So, yeah. So, welcome to 68 people. Mr. Sean, Mr. Paul, Mr. Paul. How's everybody doing?
Doing good.
Very good. I'm on location down here in South Carolina. Came down today and leaving tomorrow morning to head back home. So that'll be fun. Had to pick up our little golf cart and take it home. So fun times. Anyway, yeah. So we're here. Uh, let's get this thing going and try to figure out. I'm looking at everybody on a screen this big. It's really not fun.
Why don't you bring a computer down there with you?
I have my laptop, but it doesn't work for jack squat.
Oh,
So it
Does
yeah.
that
So
help?
there you go. I can see you now, John. But yeah. So it's a little bit of a mess, but whatever. I mean, you all are watching this show. You know exactly what it is. It's a mess. But it is what it is. But well, let's get moving, and we'll keep it positive. Positive, it's a shit show. So good deal, Mr. Klondike. What have you been working on this week?
Well, I had another live.
Very
Did
good.
another assembly of one of my modules. And a matter of fact, this is the module right here,
Ooh,
the bridge module. I even scribbled on the back.
there you go.
I'll be giving this one away this coming Wednesday
Ooh, nice. Very
on
good.
the show. Yeah. Oh wow, that washes me out. But Wednesday morning, coffee with Klondike, late morning coffee with Klondike, however you want to put it. Sometime in the morning, or sometime throughout the show, I'll be giving that away.
Nice.
And then, oh, dude, so you know my son. I've told you he's been playing with Tinkercad a little bit.
Yeah.
He's been moshing up models, and matter of fact, a couple of weeks ago we talked about like the Dummy 13.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he has his own printer. He has a nice little Ender 3. And I'll tell you, with the new Kira software, oh, the Enders are printing beautiful.
Oh, cool.
This is the white is actually over another model, which is really cool. So he made a couple of these, and he got all excited. And the next thing he's like, "Hey, Dad, check this out." The guy from Small Soldiers, Chip Hazard.
Nice.
So he found his head, and apparently he literally made it fit. Printed it out. Here it is.
does he give lessons?
I know, right? But it's the coolest tool, and it's really cool to see when the kids start really getting involved. And
Yeah.
making his own toys, I think that's freaking awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Now, what was on Small Soldiers? What was the name of the other the good guys on
The Gorgonites?
Gorgonites? That's right.
Yes, the Gorgon. Yeah. Oh, he could tell you all about them. I think he's just got it on replay.
Sweet. Very cool.
Yeah, I was very happy to see that.
Very good.
So it's been a good week.
Good. I'm gonna try something here.
Oh.
I'm playing with some backgrounds.
Oh.
There you go. All right. Here, let's go to this one. Oh, it's Matrix. try this one. That one's better. What about you, Mr. Corliss? Anything from you this week?
Um, I worked on my Gatten Christmas Challenge project,
Ooh,
and I
great.
got my wife home from assisted care, so she's back home.
That's
And
awesome.
yeah, so that makes things easier too. But
Yeah,
yeah, I worked on my Gatten project a little bit, and now I can't show you because that would give hints to what I was doing.
there you go. Either that or this is just a ploy for Paul to not show you.
Well, I still got my plans.
There you go. You got the plans.
There you go. Now, when you do that flip, go up a little higher so you show the whole page.
Like
Now,
that.
okay, I'll pause the camera or pause it.
It won't do you any good because I can't figure it out the way it is.
Little do you know, that's really like an old Sears catalog page.
Yeah, yeah. No, those were out in the outhouse.
There you go.
And I relinquish the rest of my time to that guy over there.
There you go.
Because he always does so much stuff. He makes me feel
He does enough for everybody.
he does. Oh yeah.
I didn't do anything this week.
Ah,
All right, so let's see here. We got the sorting hat from Harry Potter. Got a little ghoul. Got some lights under it. Maker World has some really cool. This is you can. Oh, sorry.
Is that like a tea light thing?
Yeah, and it's like a chain.
Oh, cool.
oh, cool.
I'd blow you up, but I might break the whole.
And I'm trying to just like determine left and right. But in Maker World, they have I'm going to butcher the name, parametric or whatever. So you can adjust the height, the width, and everything. So if you have a different size tea light, you can adjust it to your tea light, the height of this, the base. So really cool. This guy blew up on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
On my short because this is supposed to have a stem, but the stems failed, so I put these pumpkins on top instead, and pretty cool little guy. And then just some more Halloween treats to give out, and then I guess you can see it in the background.
Oh,
Here we'll go. Oh,
Massive.
Oh, cool.
wow, that's huge.
How many hours?
printing, I think 2 or 3 days. Painting.
Why though?
Painting, though, that was probably about 4 hours. So
Can you tell me what company you get your filament from so I can invest in that company?
and then the Keyblade.
Wow.
Nice.
That is
Nice.
awesome.
Gotta get Mickey in the picture.
Well, okay. There's no fan. All that work. So
That would have been awesome. That was something I would do. It just goes right up.
so and today I did finish painting my mask.
Sweet.
So it's in the garage because it stinks. And yeah, my room already smells like 3D printer. I don't need it smelling like spray paint, rub and buff, and acrylic paint.
Yeah, I hear you. Sweet. Well, good deal. Well, it looks like Marcelo's already finished his Gatten entry. Now to edit the video, and he says he never did a video before. So very good, Marcelo. I'm telling you, people, Marcelo's going to be a one to watch out for.
Yes, he is.
Oh, here, where am I at here? Speaking of the Gatten Challenge, we now have 40 days until the start of the Gatten Christmas Challenge. Look at that. I got to scroll.
It works.
Looks good.
Hey, making something work here. There we go. All right, let's see if we can do this. And so we've added another sponsor this week. Let's talk about all of them. I'll bring them all up here. We have Wham Bam, wonderful folks over there at whambam3d.com. They're going to give us some gift certificates for whatever you want out of their store.
That's cool.
So you can use it on build plates, or you can put it towards the hot box or the cloud or whatever. All their different things that they have. Rapid Change ATC is giving us one of their ATCs for your CNC machine. Pretty awesome. For that prize, you're going to want to make sure that you don't pick that unless you do have a spindle on your machine, because it requires a spindle to use. And because you have to have it go and stop and go backwards and all that stuff. So, but that's a wonderful prize there. We also do have our buddy Cody Elkins out there from Cadence Manufacturing and Design. He's going to give us some Ginny bits. And then we also have Pixel CNC. So if anybody remembers Pixel CNC, their design software, they were on the show last year, around this time, and showing off their awesome software. And they gave us some more information here, because there's some new highlights of they've been working their tails off on this stuff. So they say vastly improved simulation performance and stability, and added the ability to use wood grain textures in the simulation. They've added a community content library, pre-stocked with free graphics that you can easily pull into the designs. You can also upload your personal designs to the content library and share it. And soon to be released, they're doing a comprehensive YouTube training on it. The first section is called Pixel CNC Fundamentals, so that'll be coming out pretty soon. It's pretty awesome. They're doing some good stuff over there, so they're giving us one of their licenses for the design software. So,
and just so you know, it is CAD CAM, but you can use it for 3D printing as well.
Oh, cool.
Because you can design you can create an STL file.
Nice.
Huh.
Very cool. Somebody's been playing with it.
I wouldn't know who.
Maybe they'll come out with a video.
Maybe. Maybe if they had enough time.
Yeah. Yep, I hear you on that. I hear you. So wonderful. Yeah, so the Gatten Christmas Challenge is coming up very quickly. So 40 days away until it starts. So in 40 days, you can start posting your videos as your entries for the challenge. And, we're doing the two different, I guess they're kind of like classes of projects. You can go hog wild like Marcelo, I'm sure is. And do something crazy big and beautiful. You can also do an ornament. We do have an ornament class this year too. So hopefully that helps a lot more people that don't have a ton of time to do some kind of big crazy project can get the time to do a cool ass ornament. So it'll be really cool just to participate, folks. So sounds like a good time. And hopefully it does well. We do have some more sponsors that I can't quite talk about yet, but they're coming, and they're pretty awesome. So we've got some great sponsors now, and we're going to keep adding to them.
Cool.
Until we don't have any more to give. So be very, very cool. All right, well let's see here. I'm gonna try to do something.
No, I almost forgot one project.
Whoa, what's that? Oh, here, let me Maybe. Come on.
Right.
There it goes.
Wait, right there.
It's
Right, it works.
Na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
It's
Fat dog.
It was actually for my pup, but I made it just a little too small, so I got a new one going.
Sweet.
But
Where'd you get that file at?
I think you can get it on Thingiverse.
Sweet.
I have to go look again, but yeah, I was bumming and too big for the cat, too small for the dog.
Yeah, I've been wanting to do one of those for my dogs. So I'll have
It's
to.
cool. It's well done.
Yeah.
I'm impressed, even though my printing's not the best. My sizing, I guess.
It's all good. All good in the hood. All right. Well, let's get started here. I guess the first thing that I have listed here that we can talk about are a couple of the Kickstarters that are off and running. We have we talked about it probably a month ago or so now. The Tyvok Spider, which is the 4x8 foot giant diode machine. That one, if I remember seeing what the date, or I think it has like maybe 2 weeks left to go. And let's see. Oh yeah, actually I have it right here. There we go. Yeah, it has 13 days left to go. They're currently at 335 backers, and a total pledged amount of $738,411. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. They had a goal of $20,203. So I think that's going to get funded. What a crazy machine. I hope it does well for everybody that orders it. It's pretty neat. I like the way that thing is designed with the cover and stuff like that. I think it's pretty neat. So, but we'll keep an eye on that over the next 2 weeks and see how it ends up. But see if they get any more backers and stuff like that on it. And then the other one that we started talking about it last week is the Infinity Flow, which is a automatic filament loader for 3D printers that you don't need to have any kind of it doesn't change firmware or anything else like that. It's a totally separate thing, but it allows for you to refill your filament and not run out in the middle of a print. And it's pretty sweet. It funded in 2 hours, but I mean realistically, they had a pledged goal of $7,000, and they're currently at 40,575 with 11 days left to go. So by the time that we have our next show, that one will be over. It's got, what did I say, 231 backers right now? But this is a really cool product. I really like this one. I think that's pretty sweet.
It is a cool.
Yeah, because I mean, you can use one filament, 2 kilogram, up to like 5 kilogram rolls on these things, and
the coolest part is on any printer.
Yeah. So like for print farms and stuff like that, that it would be a wonderful thing to have. But pretty good for those guys for coming up with a really cool product. But yeah, 11 days left to go on that one. Pretty awesome. All right, so let's start yapping about the videos from this week. And the first video that we have here, which is pretty sweet. Remember, all these videos and everything are listed down in the description of the video. So if you need a link to anything, you can just click on it. It'll take you right there. Yeah, it's real quick and easy to do.
while you're down there, clicking on those links on the way up, make sure to click the thumbs up and subscribe.
We definitely would appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that for sure. All right. Well, the first video we'll check out this week is from Manual Meter. Manuel. I don't know. Whatever. Manny. I'm calling him Manny.
Manuel.
Yeah. So he's created these feeders, which are pretty sweet. I mean, you can set the time. So I guess I can't talk at all this week. You buy a kit from him that has the electronics in it, and I guess the 3D files for making this feeder, and you can set it to feed as slow or as fast as you want, and the different kinds of food you can put into them, and it's pretty sweet. It sounds like he spent a lot of time trying to get this thing figured out, and I dig it. I think it's a really good job.
Now, I wonder if it worked for M&Ms and kids.
I'm sure it would, because
How about M&Ms for adults?
yeah, I mean, put it on like every 5 minutes and just dump it out and go hog wild.
Or load it up with some coffee beans to go into a filter, and that filter's on a rotor that goes into your coffee. Just totally automate making your coffee.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, because I think the slower settings are like 24 hours or something like that. So you can do all kinds of really cool stuff with it.
Yeah.
But really good idea.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. He's got fish food going out to a pond. Cat food. You can use
Dog food.
Dog food. It sounded like there's a little bit of an issue with the bigger dog food. Getting stuck on the little, the auger part, but he even kind of coded into the system like that it would go forward and backwards a little bit to help make sure that stuff's not stuck in the middle.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of thought that's gone into this thing. It's pretty sweet.
And I mean, it's like something you could get at a store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, producing those things. I mean, that's a product that people would buy. For sure.
That'd be tough coming home from vacation, find out that the dog food's stuck in it and your dog died of starvation.
Yeah, it would.
That is neat. That's a clever thing.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of thought and stuff that's gone into that thing.
Well, the cool thing too is, along with all the files that you get, he gives you some of his original files where you can use like a glass jar. Let's see if I can find it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because the first one one of the first versions was a big pickle jar or something.
Yeah.
Oh.
So he's also including the plans for it.
Nice.
There it is. Yeah, pretty awesome, but neat product. All right, well, moving on then. This is big news to two of the people that show up on this show. The Creality 3D Behind the Scenes channel started. We're showing stuff about the Creality K2. And their CFS, I guess that stands for Creality Filament System or something, is my guess. But the new K2 that's going to be coming out is a multicolor printer. It's huge. It's real big. Wait, it's a 350, right?
So it's the same size as the K1 Max, or is it bigger?
No, I think it's bigger.
Yeah,
because mine's
300, right?
Yeah, that's what I want. I gotta look. That's pretty bad. Yeah, 3 by 3 by 3.
Yeah.
So it's 350 by 350.
Yeah. So that's pretty sweet. But the big news that I heard when him saying in this, because he's at Creality, headquarters when he's talking about this stuff. I don't know if this guy works for Creality or what. I kind of think so, but he's talking about how their CFS, the filament system, is going to work on the K1s and the K1 Max
Oh.
and stuff like that too. But I mean, since you guys have those K1s, is there a place that it can like do the filament poop and stuff?
That's only on the inside is what I can think of on the Max.
Yeah, because when you extrude, it goes like if it runs out mid print, it goes to the right middle, and it goes down and it poops down into the bottom to the right of the build plate. Into
Right next to
the,
the fan.
yeah, right next to the fan. So
When
that's
poop hits the fan.
yeah.
Hopefully the fan's not running.
Because then also, where's the cutter going to be?
That was my curiosity.
Because
if have to replace the head, or if it's up in the I want to call it an AMS, but
yeah. Those were my questions. Was, well, where are you going to put the cutter? Where is it going to poop?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm happy for it, but it's almost. I was like, because we're watching that the Infinity spool. I'm like, well, do I get that or do I wait and see how much work this CFS? Sorry, I had to make sure I said it right. Is going to be a lot of work, or do I just, because right now I'm using my Bamboo for multi and my K1 Max for just single color stuff I know I'm going to print, or I just don't care about, the actual quality. I'm just trying to get something out real quick, and so speeding through it. But if it's a lot of work, I mean, I just may stay with my P1S for multicolor and get the Infinity loop just so I can print bigger pieces and not have to worry about it, because I already had a print go all kinds of fail because the filament got tangled.
Oh,
now,
so
with the K1, mine at least, even on fast, it prints extremely well.
Yeah.
I don't know about yours, but
it prints fine, but I do have ringing. So I gotta go. I know it's me having to go in and fine tune, but I'm getting glossy and matte effect on a lot of my prints. So it's shiny in one place and then it kind of goes matte. So I know it's a setting somewhere and I need to research it, but I'm painting everything that's coming off of it, so I really haven't taken the time to mess with it.
Doesn't really matter.
Yeah, because like right now I'm building the printing the top, just like on my Bamboo. I have this. I'm doing the same thing for the K1.
Well, if they're going to make this thing work with the K1s, I mean the only thing that is reasonable then is that they're coming out with a new hot end
Makes sense.
that has the cutter in it, right? I mean, it would have to.
Oh, that's going to be fun to change.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be hard to change.
Oh no, I just replaced the hot end and everything, and it's just my big fat hands.
Oh, okay.
And some of those small screws, and trying to get where some of those screws are. It's just,
you know what though, Paul? The coolest thing about the K1, the Max, is if you drop a screw, there's nowhere for it to go.
yeah.
And then there's no lip on the front, so you can literally just wipe it right off onto whatever you have down below.
Yeah. Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. I really do like the K1 Max. There's just, compared to my Bamboo, they both have their pros and they both have their cons. But I like having both of them because I can do a lot more now. And Bamboo's Black Friday starts in how many days?
like a couple.
Yeah, Monday, doesn't it?
Yeah. What's funny about that is I know somebody that put a bamboo machine in their cart the other day, and then and I said, "Hey, you might want to wait until you find out what's going on for the Black Friday sale," and they still bought it anyway. And now the Black Friday sale is coming.
I-
Yeah.
If the prices they've been advertising on their Black Friday sale, they're not that much different than what they are now.
Yeah, yeah, probably not. Well, last year though, when they did their sale, they were giving out filament with the P1Ss and stuff like that. So you got like 2 rolls of 2 kilograms of extra filament,
Hmm.
and but I so they might do that or something similar to that. I don't know.
Well, they already have what the deals are. So the A1
Yeah,
is $100 off, so it's 300, and that is not with the AMS. The P1S is normally 700, and they have it for 550, and the A1 Mini is 200 from 300.
What was the A1? The combo?
The combo, they don't have the. Let me see if it'll up.
The
It doesn't,
combo is $479. Does that sound right?
because the AMS Lite is 200, so it's like 500.
500.
Yeah. But see, that's the thing. They have a drop down where it says A1 and A1 combo,
yeah.
but it doesn't change the price. It just shows you what the A1 is. But down below, they have the AMS Lite marked down from 250 to 200.
Oh, okay.
And the AMS, the big one, is $100 off. So it's from 350 to 250. And if anyone wants to say, but it's 249, yeah, I don't play that game.
I bet it'll like Paul said, it'll be, or Senior said, about 489. Because I think I paid 480 for my setup on sale.
There you go.
That's been a little bit ago.
Well,
But
so
yeah.
on this video, one thing that I think is funny is that they're making sure that you see that those are cardboard spools,
Yeah.
and because cardboard spools don't typically work very well in the bamboo AMS. But I do like that they moved the screen to the top from
Yes.
the bottom of the K1s.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
I like the size. It's big.
Yeah, yeah. I'm telling you what. All right, so we last week we were talking about the bamboo coming out coming out with a statement saying that their new machine's not coming out until next year to the beginning of Q1, and then this video came out like a day or so later. Man, I tell you what, if Creality puts this machine out, if it's ready to go, which unfortunately they usually never are when they first release them, but if it's ready to go in the next 3 to 4 weeks, they're going to sell a metric ton of these. I mean, they are going to sell the bejesus out of them because it's a big machine, and it'll undercut anything that Bamboo does for the whole season.
Yeah.
But I don't know. They haven't said anything about a release date yet that I've seen. So whatever. But they'd make a killing if they bring it out for the holiday season.
I bet they're as much as they're pushing it right now. I bet it will be.
Yeah. I mean, you would think so. Yeah, especially after hearing that news that Bamboo's not putting their new machine out, and that they didn't point out that it has a larger bed volume, or anything like that from Bamboo. Putting this K2 out would they'll sell the crap out of them. Be pretty interesting to see what happens here in the next couple of weeks. So, all right, well let's get moving on then. We've got Captain Creativity making an R2D2 out of spools, out of used filament spools. So there's a bunch of these designs that are out there with making little organizers with empty filament spools. And the hard part about these things, I think, is that so many of the spools are not there's not like a standard for the spool. So they all so many of them have different diameters for the insides or outsides, or they're different widths or whatever. They're all kind of close to the same, but none of them are. I could go into my office right now and show you 10 different spools from different places, and but this guy made up this R2D2, or it was a downloaded model or something like that. I can't remember. He did some work on the model, one way or the other, but turned out pretty cool. I mean, it's a good idea. I wish it had like legs. It'd be awesome if it had legs.
Yeah. There's two different spools.
Yeah.
And they literally just slide into each other.
Yeah. But they're both 1 kilogram, so you have to kind of figure out which ones you need to use in it and whatever. But yeah, this is a pretty cool little project. I was thinking, I mean, it is a good way to use up a spool, like the empty spools. I mean, I've got a stack of them. I know Paul's got 15 stacks of them.
So, no, because bamboo has the cores. Now, that's what I have a stack of.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the cardboard core.
Cores, and my daughter's teachers love me for art projects.
Awesome.
But I only have half a stack of regular ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's all right. We'll forgive you then. Well, they do make really cool ones, but you could. I was thinking, like, even for the workshop or something like that, making some of these little drawer things would be kind of cool to put together and be able to use them.
Dude, it's a cool way to organize.
Yeah, my dad used them, and he didn't even have a 3D printer, but he asked for, back in the day when I was using them, he used them for electrical cords.
Oh yeah.
In the garage, and he just had PVC pipe that he would throw them on, and
there you go.
into a 2x4.
Christmas tree lights too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah, they're definitely some uses for them. So pretty sweet. But yeah, so if you're doing one of these types of projects, so you want to use 3 of the same or whatever. But pretty cool setup. All right. Well, we'll keep on running here. We got Stuck at Prototype, which is kind of a funny channel name. This guy evidently came out with he tried to do a Kickstarter a little while ago, and it's a little itty bitty remote control car. Yeah, there it is right there. And, running around on tabletops and stuff like that. And I guess it didn't work. The Kickstarter failed. Didn't fund. So I guess it's been some time. So now he's redone the whole project, and he's making it open source. So you could make your own little remote control cars and have a good time with them. I thought the really cool thing about this car is that it can sense a color. Like if it's driving over a color. So I guess his inspiration for it was Mario Kart and the Mario Kart video game. And so in Mario Kart, when you run over a banana, it spins out. Your cart spins out. Well, in this, if he's driving over he ends up doing it with a magnet. But a colored magnet, it'll make the car spin out or whatever, or go faster or go slower. So it's a pretty cool idea. I think it'd be fun to make a bunch of these things and make little bodies for them and stuff like that.
Well, I thought, didn't we watch that one on here? Was that, I don't know if we did, but over in Japan, they have like these races with them, with
Oh,
these
yeah?
micro cars.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and like it's a big competition to see how small they can get, and then they go through a rat race or a maze to see who can get through the fastest.
Oh, that's sweet.
That's cool.
Very cool.
Like the LEDs.
Yeah, the lights are cool. How he's got it charging. He even integrates a charging circuit into the board, so there's no external battery or charger or anything. It's all right there. Pretty cool thoughts.
And the remote.
Oh yeah. The remote was pretty neat too. Like the size of a Wii controller, Joy-Con. Yeah.
Find it here.
Yeah, it'd be fun though to make those. I would think though, if you wanted to do those, like you'd want to do like a batch of them, because ordering that stuff from PCBWay for one would be probably rather cost prohibitive. But if you were making, if you got a bunch of people together and did like 25 or 30 of them, something like that, you could probably get those parts pretty cheap.
Yeah.
You get them brought in and then split apart to send out to wherever they needed to go. That'd be kind of fun. And then everybody makes their own little bodies for them. That'd be kind of a fun project. Yeah. Maybe that's something that we talk about next year then. That'd be kind of fun. As a toy.
Have a micro race, competition.
Yeah.
Who can?
Yeah.
It'd be pretty interesting. So cool deal. Fun video to watch. All right. Well, we'll keep on moving then. We got Mr. Hamilton Dill back this month or this week. That young man next to him is Stone from Onefinity. There he goes. He smiles. So Hamilton brought out his Wheel of Pain, and I don't know what he actually calls it. I forget what he actually calls it. But the thing to do is you spin it a couple times, and it has different prompts on it to do, and so then you make something. And so they went through, and it was like Outdoors, Brutalist, and something else.
Travel.
Knots and Cracks or something like that. So they ended up making a watercolor set out of walnut, which was kind of cool, and some other wood. I forget what it was, but turned out pretty cool. I like that they share that they weren't perfect at all, but it was a fun project to do. But they had magnets. They ended up sanding the magnets on one of them, so the magnets like stopped working almost because it sanded them. For some reason, Hamilton had a whole bunch of these watercolor things hanging around. But it was pretty fun. It was a good job. Very funny. I like the songs that Hamilton was singing. So instead of the music in the background, he was just making up songs as he went.
Well, don't have to worry about copyright.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, pretty funny. But good job, Hamilton. Enjoyed that one very much so. And yeah, pretty cool. All the files for that, if you're a member of CNC with me, they're on there and you can download them. Fun times. All right, moving on then. We got Uncle Jesse. Uncle Jesse looking at a possible scam. We can't quite understand what we're looking at. So I had not seen this.
I almost sent it to y'all.
Did you?
Yeah, but then I was like,
It's pretty crazy. Yeah, I had not seen this. He's saying that it's been floating around out there, that people were talking about it, but I hadn't seen it until this video when he's going through it. But man, this thing sounds. If it's real,
Oh, if it's real, it'll be cool.
it's very cool. Yeah, but they're asking for like $100. Not this is not Uncle Jesse, Clayton. This is some company, but he was just going through the specs and all that they're talking about, and wondering how much of a scam this really is.
Mm.
Because like in that shot right there, they show it being this little desktop unit, but then they have the dimensions, and it's the size of the box that he has there.
His box is smaller than the actual size.
Yeah.
yeah. So, which is nothing like what that rendering is that's floating around. Pretty. It's like, okay, so what are we looking at here? So it's if it actually works, and it is an actual product, it'll be pretty cool. Still, they want like $1,500 for it. Yeah, lock in your 40% discount with a deposit today. So if you send them like $100, you would lock in a $1,400 price or $1,500 price on it or something like that.
$14.89.
Yeah, but he's even talking about like how this it being so compact really isn't feasible for like accuracy and stuff like that. So it'll be interesting to keep an eye on this thing and see if it actually does something or if they were just taking people's money.
Yeah, because I like how he's like, so it goes down, then up, and then
Yeah, twist sideways.
ways, and
But it's so not a accurate representation of what the thing really is, which is the weirdest part with the dimensions that they tell you.
yeah,
And then he's like, the blender part about chopping up all the little pieces. He's he's like, my blender's really loud, and they think this little piece of metal is going to quiet that down.
Oh,
Yeah, but interesting if it actually becomes a product, and I'm sure Clayton will tell us if it does because he'll follow that thing.
So my question is, because he talks about he looks at the company who did the 3D rendering and everything, that
mhm.
01 or 00 whatever,
Yeah,
and then he also did Who Is It, who owns it, and it's behind a hidden deal.
yeah.
Now let's say this is a scam and people get their money taken. Do either of those two companies have to be held liable for anything?
Probably not.
Should they? I guess.
Who is just pointing out the domain server.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. Because whoever's running this campaign or this item, right? They paid somebody else to hide who they're using, another company to hide who they really are.
Yeah.
Shouldn't they be held liable if it is a scam?
It could be, but however, probably not in this country. So trying to sue somebody from another country is pointless.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Don't put your $100 in there unless you're okay with losing $100. And if you're okay with losing $100, I can give you my address. Yeah. We'll find out eventually, I guess, if this thing's real or not, or whatever the case may be. So
I'll have to keep an eye on this one.
yeah,
Should be coming out any time because it says it's launching this fall.
yeah. Well, that's what they want you to think anyway. But it kind of gives you that um, the impression that it's going to be a Kickstarter, but because of the way that you put in your email address to get the updates or whatever. But who knows?
Didn't he say it uses like Shopify's back end?
Yeah, yeah, it's kind of crazy. So we'll keep an eye on it. Awesome possum. Moving on then, we got one more, I think. We have Spicer Designs. We talk about Kyle over there at Spicer once in a while. I would like to point out in this video, he does talk about the Owala bottle. And I have been an Owala bottle proponent for quite a while. Well, actually, my wife is an Owala bottle proponent. Whatever. Connoisseur. We got like 20 of these stupid cups hanging around our house. But I tell you what, they're great. They have an integrated straw like into the part that you drink out of, so you can either dunk it like a regular cup, or you can drink it out of like a straw. It's pretty sweet, and it keeps stuff pretty cold. But anyway, the thing about this video though was that one, he was working with the Lone Star Hawaiian in his channel. Who's, I guess they've just turned 200,000 subscribers on that channel, so great for him. He's building a garage and stuff right now. But the thing I found interesting about this video is that how he was converting things on Fusion to an STL.
Well, he's not putting it right to an STL. He's putting it to a different file format.
Well,
a step file, STEP, I believe, right?
I thought I thought the thing that he's running it through is for the Shaper Origin. The Shaper Origin plugin or whatever on Infusion, I thought put it out as an STL. Am I wrong in that?
No, because you can in Fusion you can go right up to print your model and it'll kick it out as an STL. Yes, but he's using it for the laser and it's 2D. I want to say it was a step file, but I'm not sure. My thought was the moment he's doing this, it's like you can click on your drawing, right click, and then export it as a DXF.
Yeah.
That would seem to be the easiest way instead of using an app. But maybe his logic's a little different for what he's using it for. I didn't catch that part.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I just found it interesting that Shaper Origin Shaper, the company, has its own app thing built into Fusion.
That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah. So if you're not familiar with what Shaper does, they have that handheld router CNC thing. It's you push it around and it'll, I don't know, it's weird. It's interesting.
You have to put markers on your workpiece. So
yeah, the little domino things and
yeah,
all that, and it was pretty cool. But
and you just kind of move it to the general direction where there's a cut, and it automatically goes up and down, reading where the difference between the lines.
Thank you.
I'm glad you understand how that works because I never could figure it out.
Yeah. But pretty neat machine, but anyway, whatever.
But he's using a rotary, right? I didn't get to watch the film. The video.
Yeah, he's using his X tool with the rotary in it.
So maybe he's using the step file instead of a DXF because of the curvature? I don't know. I'm just making weird. I've been up since 2:00 this morning. Talk.
no, because it still looks at it as a flat file.
Well, I know I was just thinking more because with DXF, just maybe the way how many anchor points it'll export, or how, so when it does export and then it puts it on a curved surface, if you have fewer anchor points and it's curving, could that affect the line? Because if you have two and then you try to curve it, it could, give you a little bit wonkier line but if you had something that had a lot more anchor points in it, and
Well,
it had, I'm maybe I'm overthinking it. I don't know.
in your laser, like in my program, all I have to do is make sure to check rotary tool, and it compensates for the rotary tool versus being flat. And that's pretty much it. Other than that, it looks at it as a flat or image.
But look how good the color bubble is.
So instead of your Y moving, it's moving the rotary instead.
Right. I've never used a rotary. That's why I have like zero clue of.
You gotta try it. It's especially when you get precise and long, it does a really narrow print or cut instead of something that's supposed to go all the way around.
Cool. Very cool. Well, you're pretty neat though.
But each person does their own thing unique, And,
yeah, everybody's got their own process for doing it.
Yeah. And it works. I mean, that's a nice product.
Yeah, it turned out those turned out really nice. He noticed though that depending on the color of the container has an effect on the engraving on it too, which I wouldn't have thought would have been the case, but I guess so.
Different materials in the paint.
Maybe. Well, because in the white bottle had, I guess it was it was a little different than the darker colors or something. So
I don't know if you ever lasered on tile yet, but you can use certain white paints, and it will actually etch the tile.
Oh, okay.
Because
it has to have a high amount of titanium dioxide in it.
Cool.
Well, that's cool. I like this one.
Yeah, he kept on. He was telling people to go over to the Lone Star Hawaiians channel and all the videos. Put machine into the comments.
We should do that after this.
Yeah, but pretty good. Interesting, good video on it though. I was driving when I was listening to this one. I was not watching it while I was driving, but I was listening. So, but I heard a Walla bottle and I was like, oh yes.
Yeah, don't you have a rotary tool for your laser yet?
No.
Soon.
Probably not.
Got all the water bottles.
I do. Anyway, all right. Well, that was fun. I don't have a now for something different video for this week.
How about?
We did forget that one. How did I miss that? Oh yeah, there's two more. Oh, sorry. I'm looking at the description and I didn't get this. I didn't scroll down. Yeah. So, Slant 3D was doing one of their weekly product videos. This week's was on making pumpkin carving tools, and I thought this thing was pretty sweet. So it was like it was a triangle plunger cutter thing,
like a punch.
Yeah. So you could put it on the pumpkin and smack it in with a hammer, and then it had like a built-in plunger to get rid of the piece and everything. I was like, that's pretty smart. Pretty good idea. Then they turned around and made some knives and the other cutting, like more traditional cutting tools with 3D printing too. and they worked. Um, that one was pretty neat. I mean, a little more protection, I guess, for your hand or something like that with the grip. But interesting challenges with that.
Let's see. Do I give my kid a knife or a hammer? And a wrench?
Yeah.
I'll give him a knife.
Yeah.
So I guess I keep hearing him say it, oh, you can always hook it up to our API and sell this.
Yeah.
So you just put it on your site and go, hey, you want to buy this? And someone buys it and they print it and ship it and do all of it?
Yeah, so they have Slant 3D has around 3,000 printers in their print farm,
Oh, wow.
and so they made a plugin of some sort that goes into Etsy, and so you can, if you have a product, you can set it up so that you don't ever have to print anything. Like you could start a Etsy store with them and never even own a 3D printer, because you when somebody hits yes, we want this pumpkin knife, it'll go to their printers and it'll print, and then they'll box it up and ship it off.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's pretty interesting service. I think they now do have a Shopify app for it, or API too, and yeah, pretty cool. I haven't used it, but I think they did a video last week about like I think they want to, like when you do one of their set it up with them or whatever, they want to buy one of your products. I guess like through the app or whatever to show how it'll show how it works, or I guess, or something like that. So pretty interesting. But yeah, fun. And then okay, so the last one that we have then is the Swedish maker. So I didn't know what to think about this video. He mainly does woodworking and he does some 3D printing stuff, but he does not do any kind of laser stuff at all. And so Aeon or Eon or whatever they're called sent him out a laser, and he's like, I don't know what I'm going to do with this thing. I have no use for this. Yeah, he was kind of irritated about it because he was like, I don't know what I'm going to do with the laser. Like, I'm not making plant, or he thinks that he's making a coaster. He has he had some kind of he has a vendetta about coasters for some reason. I don't know what the deal is with him and coasters, but he's like, why wouldn't you just put the cup on the table? Why do you need a coaster?
Real quick, I know this is kind of off the beaten path, but check
Yeah.
out this laser head in the as it runs,
Yeah.
automatically adjust the height.
Yeah. One of the X tools does that too, like for cutting in curves and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool setup. From what I understand, they make the Eon people make a very nice machine.
Yeah.
So
For very pretty penny.
yes. So I guess he's still trying to figure out what to make with the laser, but I guess his point at the end of the thing was that it's impressive that one machine can cut so many different materials.
The one thing that got me is he didn't talk about the smell of the leather being burnt.
Yeah, not at all.
That's rough.
Yeah, but it's a nice. He ended up making a protector for his iPad and stuff like that. And, His video style is very nice. He's like, I guess I'm just a spoiled YouTuber. Uh, oh well, pretty funny though. But yeah, he seemed more concerned that Skynet was going to come in, get everybody.
So that's what you need, Ryan, right there.
Yeah, I need to actually use my laser more, just in general. No, fun stuff. Fun stuff. All right. Well, I guess that's about it for us as far as in videos this week. Yeah, Wade says, if I were them, I wouldn't be totally impressed with this video. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of thought the same thing. I was like, man, because with how much that video is and or that machine is, and he's the Swedish maker, so they had to ship this thing to Sweden for him. Yeah.
Excuse me. At the end, though, he does say, after looking at all the stuff, let's see if I can find where he has everything lined up on top. He said the impressive thing, though, it wasn't all the stuff. It was the actual laser. That was the impressive part.
Yeah. There we go. So, fun stuff. All right. Well, let's see here. Let me see how I can. Nope, that's not there. There we go. All right, we can get ourselves back in here like this, and I think that's about it for tonight. I think we did it. Should be good.
Good show.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Corliss, you got anything else for us?
Got nothing.
Did Michigan play today?
Knowledge.
What'd you say?
I said I'm fresh out of knowledge.
Oh, that's good. Did Michigan play today?
Oh, we can't talk about that.
Was that bad?
It was
The
bad.
week didn't do them good.
It was bad. It was beyond bad. It was shameful.
Oh wow. Jeez. All right. Well, what about you, Mr. Hammerquist? Anything left from you?
Oh, have a good week. Take it easy. Don't take life too seriously. Have fun.
There you go.
Amen.
Mr. Sean, anything?
Next Wednesday, 10 a.m. I'll be live. Everyone have a great weekend.
Awesome possum.
I'm watching.
From me, hey, just a reminder to everybody, there's not going to be a show next week. I think this might be the first one that we've missed all year long.
Mm-hmm.
We've had a pretty good run of it. I'll be away next weekend, so we're not going to do a show next weekend, but we will be here the week after. So, all right, party people. Well, have a great evening. I'm going to attempt to end the broadcast. Good work. We could just sit here and stare at it for a while, but we're going to give it a shot here. So until then, peace out, sauerkraut. Thanks for watching. Hit the like and subscribe on the way out. We much appreciate it. Take care.